What's up, family? It's another beautiful day, giving thanks and praise to the Creator, wherever you may conceive Him, or to be just loving life, making the best of it, enjoying the family, having a good time. Listen, before you're going to get a reset, before you're going to get some sleep, before you're going to enjoy the beautiful day or the night, whatever comes first, this video here is for my black brothers. Take note. Don't be fooled and don't be bamboozled. Take note. They never liked us before, they can't like us now. Take note, folks. I will let the video speak for itself. Hang on, folks.
When you were being lynched. They love your culture, but where were they when your communities were being burned? They love your strength, but where were they when your children were being shot in the streets? Let me tell you exactly what is happening right now on social media and who benefits from this performance. You think this is love, you think this is acceptance, you think this is progress. I am here to tell you that this is a business model. This is content. This is fetish, wrapped in fake acceptance and sold to you as liberation. White women are flooding TikTok, YouTube, Instagram with videos gushing about how much they love black men. They are getting millions of views, millions of likes, millions of dollars. And black men are eating it up like starving children finally getting a crumb of validation from the master's table. I see you. I see the comments. Oh yeah, finally they see our value. Oh yeah, now they appreciate us. Oh yeah, it is about time they recognize. No. Stop right there. This is not new. This is not love. This is not liberation. This is the oldest trap in the book, and you are walking straight into it with your chest out and your guard down. Where were these white women when Emmett Till was murdered for allegedly flirting with a white woman? Where were they during Jim Crow when loving a black man could get both of you killed? Where were they when your grandfathers were being castrated and hung from trees? Where were they when your fathers were being locked up in mass incarceration? Where were they last year when another black man was shot in the street and the video went viral? They were silent. But now that loving black men gets views, now that dating black men is trendy, now that black culture is profitable, suddenly they cannot stop talking about how much they love you. Let me tell you what this really is. This is exploitation. This is fetishization. This is colonization, wearing the mask of attraction. I am not here to make anyone comfortable. I am here to speak truth. This message is for my black brothers who are falling for this trap. This message is for white women who think praise is the same as partnership. And this message is for anyone who has eyes to see and ears to hear. By the end of this video, you will never look at these I love black men videos the same way again. And that is exactly what needs to happen, because your dignity depends on it. Your legacy depends on it. Your children's future depends on it. So buckle up. This is going to be confrontational. This is going to be uncomfortable. And this is going to be true. Let us begin. Listen carefully to the language these women are using in their videos. Dangerous, exotic, dominant, well-endowed, strong, protective. Do you hear it? They are not describing human beings. They are describing fantasies. They are describing objects. They are describing slaves on an auction block being evaluated for breeding. One white woman in a viral video says, "Black men appreciate curves more than white men." Another says she loves how dangerous black men are. Another talks about their dominance in the bedroom. Another admits she only dates black guys because they are sexier than white guys. Another goes on and on about the energy, the culture, the style, the haircuts, the music, the language. She is treating blackness like a menu at a restaurant. Pick and choose what you like. Consume it. Move on. This is the same language slave masters used to justify breeding programs during slavery. The same language used to criminalize black men as sexual threats during Jim Crow. The same language used to create the myth of the dangerous black male that justified lynching for over a century. You are not an object. You are not a fetish. You are not a fantasy to be consumed for someone else's entertainment or validation. Proverbs chapter 6 verse 25 warns, "Do not lust in your heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes." Now flip that warning. You are being lusted after, not loved, not valued. not respected, lusted after. Your body is being objectified. Your culture is being consumed. Your identity is being fetishized. And you are supposed to smile and say thank you because at least someone wants you. No, that is slavery mentality. That is colonized thinking. You are a human being made in the image of God according to Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. You deserve to be loved for your full humanity, not reduced to a list of physical and cultural stereotypes. Now let us talk about the view count. These I Love Black Men videos are getting millions of views. Why? Because controversy sells. Because fetishizing black men is profitable on social media. The algorithm rewards provocative, interracial content. It pushes it to the top. It spreads it wide. And these creators know it. One creator admitted in his video that this is becoming a movement. But let me ask you this. Is it love or is it a trend? Is it genuine or is it content strategy? When loving black men becomes a brand, when it becomes a way to get clicks and likes and subscribers and ad revenue, you are not a person anymore. You are a product. You are a commodity being sold to an audience hungry for racial drama and sexual intrigue. Think about it. A white woman makes a video titled, I Love Black Men. She talks about all the reasons, most of them physical or cultural stereotypes. The video goes viral. She gets hundreds of thousands of views. She gets sponsorship deals. She gets paid. What does the black man in the video get? He gets used. He gets fetishized. He gets turned into content. And when the trend dies, when loving black men is no longer fashionable, where will she be? On to the next trend. But you are still black. You are still dealing with racism. You are still fighting for dignity. She got paid. You got played. Follow the money. These platforms pay creators based on views and engagement. Interracial content, especially involving black men and white women, generates massive engagement. Comments, arguing, people sharing, people debating. Every single one of those interactions is money in someone's pocket. And it is not your pocket. You are the content, not the beneficiary. James chapter 4 verse 4 says, friendship with the world is enmity with God. The world system profits from your oppression, and now it profits from your fetishization. Do not be fooled. Now let me show you the third piece of evidence. These women love black men. But where are they when black communities need support? Show me their voting records. Show me their policy positions. Show me their voices during racial injustice. Show me them correcting their racist family members at Thanksgiving dinner. Show me them donating to black schools, black businesses, black causes. I will wait. One creator in a video asked the hard questions. Are you standing up when black people are disrespected? Are you correcting your family when they make racist jokes? Are you supporting black communities economically, politically, socially? Are you lifting up black women or competing with them? These are the questions that reveal the truth. Love is not just words. Love is action. 1 John chapter 3 verse 18 tells us, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Do you know the story of Carolyn Bryant? She was the white woman who accused Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy, of whistling at her and making advances toward her. That accusation led to Emmett being kidnapped, tortured, mutilated, and murdered in 1955. Decades later, she admitted she lied. She lied, and a child died. That is the historical pattern. White women who loved black men in private, but destroyed them in public to protect their own reputation and safety. This is not ancient history. This is generational trauma that black men still carry. So when I see these videos of white women proclaiming their love for black men, I do not see progress. I see a pattern, and the pattern says they love you when it is convenient, when it is profitable, when it is safe. But when it costs them something, when it threatens their privilege, when it requires sacrifice, they disappear. That is not love. That is performance. The fourth piece of evidence comes straight from Scripture. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14 warns, do not be yoked together with unbelievers. Now, before you misunderstand, this is not just about religious faith. This is about shared values, shared struggle, shared commitment. The question is not, can a black man date a white woman? The question is, are you equally yoked? Do you share the same commitment to justice? Do you carry the same burden? Do you fight the same fight? Proverbs chapter 31 describes a woman of valor, a woman of strength and character. Does she stand with you in the struggle, or does she use you for her image? Does she sacrifice her privilege to walk beside you, or does she benefit from your oppression while claiming to love you? God warns throughout Scripture about partnerships that look good on the surface, but destroy you from within. The Israelites were warned about mixing with nations that did not serve God. The issue was not race. The issue was allegiance. The issue was, who do they serve? So I ask you, do these women making viral videos serve your liberation or their validation? Do they serve justice or their own social media brand? Do they serve God's truth or the algorithm's profit? Think carefully before you answer, because your soul depends on getting this right. Pause and let that sink in. This is not about hating white women. This is not about forbidding interracial relationships. This is about discernment. This is about protecting yourself from being used, being fetishized, being turned into a commodity. You are a king. You are made in the image of the Most High God. And kings do not settle for anything less than genuine love, genuine respect, genuine partnership. But it gets deeper. Let me show you the historical pattern that proves this is not new. Let me show you that what is happening right now on social media is just the latest chapter in a very old story. Fascinated by black men's bodies. The slave system created myths about black sexuality, black strength, black physicality. They called it the Mandingo myth. The idea that black men were hypersexual, physically superior, dangerous and exotic. Sound familiar? That is the exact same language these viral videos are using today. They wanted your body then for breeding, for labor, for profit. What makes you think it is different now? Thomas Jefferson, founding father, enslaved over 600 people. One of them was Sally Hemings. She was 14 years old when Jefferson began raping her. But history calls it a relationship. History romanticizes it. They had children together, the historians say, as if a teenage enslaved girl could consent to the man who owned her. That was not love. That was ownership disguised as relationship. That was exploitation wrapped in the language of affection. Slave masters desired black bodies while simultaneously declaring black people inferior. They wanted black women for sexual exploitation and black men for breeding strong slaves to work the fields. The same people who said black people were subhuman were sleeping with them, producing children with them, obsessing over their physical attributes. Do you see the contradiction? They created a system where black bodies were desired, but black humanity was denied. Your body was valuable. Your personhood was worthless. Now fast forward to today. White society says black culture is cool, black music is trendy, black fashion is fire, black men are sexy, but black lives, black communities, black struggles, black pain. Those are ignored. They want your culture but not your burden. They want your body but not your liberation. They want to consume blackness without carrying the cost of blackness. That is modern colonization. The Bible describes the beloved in Song of Solomon. Chapter 1 verse 5 says, I am black and beautiful, not black, but beautiful. Black and beautiful. The two are not contradictory, but white supremacy taught the world that black was ugly, dangerous, inferior, except when it was useful, except when they needed your labor, except when they desired your body. Then suddenly black was valuable, but only your body, never your humanity, never your dignity, never your freedom. Let me take you to the Jim Crow era. This is when the lynching of black men reached epidemic levels in America. over 4,000 recorded lynchings between 1,877 and 1,950. The majority of victims were black men. And do you know what the most common accusation was? That a black man looked at, spoke to, or touched a white woman, even when it was consensual, even when the white woman initiated, even when it was completely fabricated. The accusation alone was a death sentence. Emmett Till. Say his name. Emmett Till was 14 years old in 1955 when he visited Mississippi from Chicago. He allegedly whistled at a white woman named Carolyn Bryant in her family's grocery store. Days later, her husband and brother-in-law kidnapped Emmett from his great-uncle's house in the middle of the night. They tortured him. They beat him. They gouged out his eye. They shot him in the head. They tied a cotton gin fan to his neck with barbed wire and threw his body in a river. His mother, Mamie Till, insisted on an open casket funeral. She said, "Let the world see what they did to my boy." And the world saw. A child brutalized beyond recognition because of a white woman's accusation. The men who killed him were acquitted by an all-white jury. Later, they admitted to the murder in a magazine interview. They were paid for that interview. They profited from murdering a child. And Carolyn Bryant, decades later in 2017, admitted to a historian that she lied. She made it up. Emmett never touched her, never harassed her. She lied. And that lie cost a 14-year-old boy his life. That is the pattern. White women desired black men in secret, but accused them in public to protect their reputation. The same lips that said "I love you" said "he raped me" when it was convenient. The same hands that touched you in private pointed at you in public to have you killed. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verses 16 through 19, says that a false witness should suffer the same punishment they intended for the accused.
True that.
Carolyn Bryant should have been hung for her false witness.
True that.
But she lived a long, free life, while Emmett Till rotted in a grave. That is not justice. That is not love. That is the pattern. The Rosewood Massacre in 1923. A white woman named Fannie Taylor claimed a black man attacked her. There was no evidence. There was no proof. Just her word. And that word led to white mobs burning the entire black town of Rosewood, Florida to the ground.
Yep.
They killed dozens of black people. They drove hundreds more from their homes.
Yep.
The town ceased to exist.
Just
all
like
because
Black
of one
Wall Street.
white woman's lie. The Tulsa Race Massacre in 1921. A young black man named Dick Rowland was accused of assaulting a white woman named Sarah Page in an elevator. The accusation was almost certainly false, but it did not matter. White mobs invaded the Greenwood district, known as Black Wall Street, the wealthiest black community in America
There we
at
go.
the time.
Yep.
They burned over 1,000 homes. They burned businesses, churches, schools, hospitals. They dropped bombs from airplanes on black neighborhoods. They killed an estimated 300 black people. They destroyed 35 blocks of black prosperity, all because of an accusation involving a white woman. Do you see the pattern? When it was convenient, they loved you. When it was dangerous for them, they killed you. The same society that desired black bodies also destroyed black lives to protect white women's honor. And
Okay, black folks, you have it right there. You see it. Black guys, that's a warning for you guys. Leave those girls alone. Stick to your own. Stick to your own. Leave those, because nothing has changed. It's just reform. Until then, stay vigilant, stay racing all the way. Stay vigilant, stay aware, stay knowledgeable. Protect your family at all times. I'm out there. Peace out. Lots of love. Lots of love.